Hello, everyone. Welcome back. We are live from eTail. This is Omni Talk Retail. I am Chris Walton.
And I'm Ann Mazinga.
And we are coming to you from the Firework booth, booth 100. Come on, if you're at the show, come on by, stop by, say hello. Get your stuffed kangaroo, too, while you're here. Jenna, have you got your kangaroo yet?
I haven't gotten my kangaroo yet.
But allow me to introduce Jenna Fox, the SVP of Apparel and Accessories at Target, longtime colleague. Great to have you on the show. You're our first Target interview, first person from Target we've ever interviewed.
Seriously?
Yes.
Oh my goodness,
Yes,
Chris.
100%. I know, right?
Don't mess it
I
up.
don't know. I was
know,
like,
right?
I feel honored.
Big shoes to fill. Yes, this is our first maiden voyage with our former Target or current Target employees. So
I love it.
Yes, thanks for being here.
Yeah, thanks for having me. Thanks for having me.
It's great.
Tell us a little bit about your role at Target.
Yeah. So I lead our apparel and accessories merchandising team. I lead the team to work through all things merchandising. So everything from kids apparel to men's, women's. I've been with Target for 24 years.
Oh my gosh.
So worked
Right.
with Chris.
Yeah.
Worked with
Right.
Chris.
Yeah, it's about right.
And
yeah.
we spent some time at home, which is where our paths crossed. But yeah.
What's been your favorite category so far that you've worked on?
Ooh.
Such a good question.
I think apparel and accessories would be one of my favorites.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. My job right now is my dream job.
Yeah, you love that more than home. Yeah, for sure you do. For sure you do.
They're all so special in their own right, but
Right.
my job right now is really fantastic. When I started at Target, I remember seeing the SVP of Apparel and Accessories. She worked right down the hall from me, and I was like, if I could have that job someday.
Oh my God,
So, yeah,
and here
it
you
definitely
are.
is a
There you are,
dream
yeah.
job.
Oh,
Dream job.
that sounds
Do you have a
amazing.
subcategory that's your favorite?
No,
Yeah, no, you're not
favorite
going
sub-
there.
no,
Okay, I
no,
thought I'd
no.
try. I thought I'd try. Awesome. All right, so you were speaking at the show, right?
Speaking at
You're
the show,
done.
yep, done.
You're done. So that load is off your
Load
shoulders.
is off my shoulders.
So tell our audience back home, and for those maybe that are at the show watching this, what did you maybe that didn't see your presentation too? What did you talk about? What did you impart on the audience?
Today we talked about partnerships. We talked about the magic mix at Target. So I spent a lot of time on our own brands and how our own brands really set the foundation for all we do. We talked about partnerships as it relates to national brands and thinking about partners like Levi's and Kendra and how they have come into the fold.
Yeah.
And then our limited time partnerships like Diane von Furstenberg.
Yes.
Our latest to be announced. And so really that magic mix of how all of those things come together to make Target Target.
Nice.
What do you think has changed about the partnerships? Like Diane von Furstenberg is a huge one that was just announced. Like what gets you excited as somebody who's been working in and around the brand for so long about a partnership like that, or about Kendra too, which is another huge addition to the Target umbrella.
They're also different. I mean, honestly, this is one where if I think about a DVF, right, and what gets me excited, I mean, what an incredible design talent.
Yes.
So well known and so much credit within the industry.
Yeah.
And coming to Target. And I think what I love about Diane's line with Target is that you'll see things like her wrap dress, which she is famous for, but you're also going to see her span into categories like home, like beauty, right, that are new. And then you look at Kendra, and I would say Kendra has been an incredible partner to bring on, but very different in terms of audience. Very much focusing on social, right, and where she's really gained a lot as you think about even the Gen Z, but all the way up to to the moms, right, people my age. And so really just incredible as you think about the span of some of these designers and how it comes to life.
Yeah, it's funny. I was just talking to a friend yesterday, like how many brands can do that, can span? Like there aren't very many that can be in demand for that Gen Z age group all the way up through, millennials, Gen Xers, and boomers too.
Yeah.
So that's super exciting. We're at eTail. I have to ask, like, what excites you about what you're hearing at the show? What you've heard in the hallways so far? Like, what excites you about going into this next year and the things that you're learning and hearing and seeing here?
Yeah, incredible. The energy here is outstanding.
Yeah.
It is my first eTail.
First one, all right.
First one.
Yeah.
And excited to be here for the 25th anniversary. As I think about where Target has evolved over the years and where our focus is sit right now, omni-channel has never been more important.
Yeah.
And so it is about our stores, it is about our site, but it's really also about social and how that full circle starts to come together to meet our guests where they're at. And so much excitement here. Additionally, right, like I think about how we deliver to our guests, and as you think about ease and whether it be ship, to home, whether it be drive up, right? So many different aspects of what I've heard, even in just little conversations already today, that apply so perfectly to our strategy going forward.
Yeah, I'm curious, how do you think about that in your role in apparel, like particularly? Like what nuances are there that you could tell the audience that are listening?
There's nuances and there's not, right? I think that at the end of the day, the guest wants what they want when they want it.
Yeah.
What I would tell you, like maybe first talking about the social piece is I have never, I've been with Target for 24 years, and the way in which the guest is interpreting trends is very different, right, than where it's been before, and it's never been faster.
Faster. I think it's got to be faster,
so fast.
right? Yeah.
And the trends come on really quickly, and so it's really important for us to stay in tune. And I talked about this a little bit this morning, but I'll sit at home at night and be scrolling through TikTok. And while I'm yelling at my kids to get off TikTok, it's really important for me, to understand what's happening. On the flip side, right, as I think about some of the delivery solutions, it's actually pretty amazing that Target, like we can, ship to home within hours, clothing, right? And that is not something that others can do. And so there's actually quite a bit that from a mass retailer standpoint, we benefit from across the apparel space.
Yeah, I'm curious, like how's your job changed or the processes changed around that? Because getting product ready for 2,000 stores is a Herculean task when you get right down to it. And so now that you're having to do that even faster day in and day out, how have you adapted to that?
I would say, as I think about what we talk about across my team, right, speed and flexibility have never been more important. And you have to constantly think about how to make sure that we have a really simple story to tell to the guest, because it does make a difference, right, as you think about that delivery. Yeah. But then also the speed in which we deliver that and the flexibility in terms of how, right? And so thinking about whether that be drive up, whether that be ship to home, and making it really easy for our stores to help execute on all that. So you're right. There's a lot of complexity that goes into that model, but really important as we think about how it comes to life.
So it's the trend, not only the trends, but then how quickly can you get it to them too? That's another key piece of this from an omni-channel perspective.
1,000%.
Right.
1,000%.
Yeah, especially with competitors like Shein and all the other ones in the market who are somehow managing
it
to
never
do
gets
fast
easier.
fashion
Retail never
faster.
gets easier.
It
Never
does
gets easier.
Keep your life interesting every day.
Well, Jenna, let's get you out of here with this question. You talked about the DVF launch. You've got a lot of other exciting things, I'm sure, in the works this year in your role. But what are you most excited about for this year? What do you want to accomplish?
Yeah, 2024 is going to be a big year. We've kicked it off already with a very exciting announcement with DVF coming in March.
Yeah, right.
But, honestly, I'm super excited. The guest is changing so fast, right? And just as we talked about, my role has never been more interesting than it is right now, looking to stay on top of and on pace with the guest. But also, so excited for what Target can deliver to our guests as we think about delivering joy in those everyday moments. Apparel is a huge piece of that.
Oh, yeah.
And I think about the
biggest.
newness, the differentiation, and all that we can deliver. And there's a lot more exciting things to come that I might not be able to talk about.
Yeah, you probably can't talk about, right,
But lots more exciting things to come that I think we'll hit on that.
First but not last time we talk to you, I hope, because we want to stay posted on what you've got cooking.
Amazing.
Definitely. And it's funny, we were just talking on our weekly podcast, we were saying it's been a while since we've had a design partnership, and boom,
I know.
the very next week, there it is, right? Diane van Furstenberg. It's great.
It's a big one.
It's great. It's huge.
Yeah,
it is a big one. It's a much more remarkable one than some of the other ones of recent note. So so it's great. So kudos to you for that. All right, well, that wraps us up. Thanks for being with us.
Yes,
Thanks for going on this
having
maiden
me.
Target voyage with us. Hopefully it was okay.
Yeah, it was great. Thank you for having me.
All right, awesome.
No worries.
Jenna Fox, SVP of Apparel and Accessories. Again, thank you to Firework. We'll be here all day recording interviews. Come by, check us out, get your kangaroo. I found out they do not have pouches, but there's still kangaroos
Very
anyway.
Important update.
And as always, Ann,
Be careful out there.